Yes, everyone, what's going on? My name is Stephen Howson, and I am a depressed Manchester United fan. But before we get into what today's video is all about, what you need to do is scroll down a little bit, hit that subscribe button, because nearly 60% of you aren't subscribed. So stop being a little peaky pervert, press subscribe, and come and join the party every single time. Happy? Happy. Right then, here's 5 things that we learned watching Manchester United absolutely capitulate against West Ham United at the London Stadium. Number 1. We can't create. Now, I don't know about you guys. Marcus Rashford's had a lot of shit. And do you know what? Probably on Thursday night might have deserved some of it. And previously has probably deserved plenty of it. But 0 shots, not 0 on target, 0 shots attempted from your centre forward means there's a problem. Now, if I'm the manager of Manchester United and after we have a game where my centre forward has 0 shots total, I'm walking in and I'm absolutely slapping the shit out of my midfield. Now, if my centre-forward has 6 shots, doesn't score a single goal, I'm slapping the shit out of my centre-forward. It is the midfield's job to create something that the centre-forward can go stick in the back of that. Look at Man City. Sergio Aguero the other day had 6 shots, one of them being a penalty. The other 5, absolute tap-ins, most of those, didn't put one of them away from open play. But no one cares because City win 8-0. I would love United to have that sort of system thing where they're just creating chances for us left, right and centre. When Marcus gets a chance, he's still 25, 30 yards out. And it's not just him. Everybody who plays up front for United. And we've had this since Fergie went. Because we aren't creating team goals. We aren't creating team chances. We aren't creating. Full stop. We need a better midfield. We need a better amount of wingers that can actually create something. Our centre-forward should just stand in the middle of the box and just tap it in. Perfect. But that's not what's happening. We can't create. Number 2, experience means nothing. Or fuck all, if you like. The experienced players in Manchester United's squad at the moment, David De Gea, Juan Mata, Ashley Young, Nemanja Matic. Arguably 4 of our worst players of the season. Doing absolutely nothing. Experience is meant to mean that you have got past experiences where you can bring them in and tell these young players, this very young Manchester United side, still one of the youngest sides in the league, week in, week out, how to run a game, how to control a game, how to see a game out, how to protect a lead if we had one, how to come back when your backs are up against the wall. Our experience is dragging us down. Our experience, when someone goes, we could do with him, he's got experience, what does that mean? It means some level of leadership. It means some level of decision making. It means some level of tactical nous on the pitch to help the manager. There's been none of that from any of the experienced players in Manchester United. In fact, they are some of the worst performers. Experience means nothing. Number 3, no character still. Now, I know there's a lack of characters in the modern game, full stop, but when you look back at some of the players that we've just allowed to leave, natural-born winners from Zlatan, from Wayne Rooney, where's those characters? Where's the person that when this team goes behind is going to start gripping people? Because the people who wear the armband are typically the people that are making the most mistakes. Where's the person that's going to get them all around and be like, listen, this does not fucking slip? Where is the standard bearers? Where are those who uphold what the manager wants out on the field? Proper captains, proper characters. You don't all need to be captains to do this, but even the likes of David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, they're not going to accept these lower standards that we're seeing from Manchester United. Who are the people that are going to pull up the rest of the players when something goes wrong and say, this is not Manchester United, this is not acceptable, we need to do better? I see flashes of it in Harry Maguire. I see some of it, a little bit, in Wan-Bissaka, but these are brand new players. I see some of it in Marcus Rashford, the way he chases and wants to fight everybody. But it's not enough. There needs to be 6 or 7 people like that. As soon as we went behind at West Ham, did any of you have the confidence that United wasn't just going to get an equaliser, but go on and win this game? Because we should. And I didn't. And I know you didn't. Number 4. Too predictable. Now, I see the Ollie out stuff. I absolutely, completely disagree with it. You could give Sir Alex Ferguson in his prime. Pick any year that you want with whatever you think was the best example of Sir Alex Ferguson, and he doesn't do it with this team. This team is shown by how little we've got. The fact that we played the exact same starting 11 at home to Leicester, and then we played the exact same starting 11 away to West Ham, which is surely a different opposition and a different proposition. United are far too predictable. We haven't changed formation, but we haven't even changed the execution of what we play within that formation. It's very easy to predict what Manchester United are going to do. You keep Marcus Rashford quiet, no one else is doing a damn thing. You keep Paul Pogba quiet if he plays, no one else is doing a damn thing. We are too easy to contain. And while I disagree with the Ollie out stuff, what I will say is this is on Ollie, and this is on Mike Phelan, and this is on Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick. You have to find other ways for Manchester United to win games. Because right now, we're not creating enough, we're not scoring enough, and we're not keeping out enough. We are too predictable. It's too easy for an opposition to go, what? They've played one formation all season, and it's roughly going to look like this. So we can kind of guesstimate how we need to keep United quiet. That's a bad thing. We was probably at our best playing 4-3-3. Switched that to start playing 4-2-3-1 a little bit towards the back end of the season. And then from pre-season right the way through to today, all we've played is 4-2-3-1. And we haven't looked at the races. We haven't looked dominant, really, in any of those performances. United are too predictable. Ollie needs to fix it up. We need to have a plan B, an alternative formation, an alternative way of playing that we can go to. This was the issue that we saw coming all the way through summer when I was screaming, get Llorente, and people took the piss on us and said, get Welbeck, get Andy Carroll, get someone who's totally different. Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, they all want the ball in front of them and they all want to run onto the back of it. Where is the difference? Because as soon as we get our backs up against the wall and we start trying to cross it, we're crossing it into three people who don't know how to get their head onto a ball. It's ridiculous. We need a plan B. We need an alternative way of playing football. But it's not all bad. Just in the middle of everything that's going wrong, you go, does anyone give a shit at this club? Well, number 5, Evra cares. Paddy Evra publicly, while he's at the club doing his coaching badges and working with the under-18s, has come out and said, it's time to get our hands dirty. Manchester United board, are you ready to let us help you? Fantastic. I know I was actually talking to Evra last night about what he wanted to say. I've tried to get him to come on the podcast. He's saying soon. There's a lot that he's going to say. There's a lot that he wants to say. There's a lot of academy players that I've spoken to that are loving playing with the guy at the moment. Now, what we're seeing from Evra, this is a serious side where we know that he loves Manchester United, and some of the interviews that have been given and the sound bites from him have been absolutely sensational. We also know there's a playful side of him which likes having a laugh. And I said, I bet there's a third side. And one of the academy players goes, oh, there is a third side, and we see it about 3 or 4 times a day in training. If the standards slip, Evra absolutely tears into you. And I went, I fucking love that. I absolutely love that. One player that wasn't born around here got it more than people who were born around here. Paddy Evra took to Manchester United better than any single individual I have ever seen in my life. If he doesn't get it, nobody gets it. The fact that he's coming out and publicly demanding the board, let us help you, shows that there's big problems at Manchester United, but Evra cares about him. And I would love to see him in a role where he can enact some change. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments what you think. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters.